Okay, one last chance. Man, sex, man, sex, man, sex, man, sex, man, sex, man, sex. Now I can leave him.
I'm suddenly very uncomfortable. This panel is PG-43. Cosplay is not consent. I'm not worried.
See you at the Dragon Con.
Everybody give some love to Wookie.
Do you love them?
That's the prettiest Wookiee I ever seen.
My name is Mary, and I'm a voice monkey.
Well, I certainly can't top that.
I'm not wearing pants.
It's a thing.
I don't know, what is this? What's happening?
Do something fun.
Nailed it! Solid. I am a voice actor. Look, it's my name!
Hello, my name is Ray Chase. Prepare for Q&A!
Hey!
Let's go!
How was your con, everybody? Us too.
Who here has slept?
Alone?
What do you mean, rookie?
No, it's just because they're all bunked up 14 to a room. That's the only reason.
All right, it's now time to close the doors and pump in the interesting gas. You will soon begin to relax. You might experience a slight tingling of the extremities. All of your childhood worries and problems will be gone, along with most of your personality. And all of your money.
I'm broke.
Who has any money left, right?
We can help with that, for sure.
With 4 fingers is loaded over.
Oh my God.
I have $1.
So, you guys have questions? We have answers. Raise your hand.
They may not match.
Called upon.
They may not match.
Oh, okay. I will.
Down front, please.
If you're all drawn into the Hunger Games against each other, who will win?
If we did Hunger Games against each other, who would win?
That was my first answer, Mary.
Mary, were you doing that because you volunteer as tribute?
I volunteer as tribute! Ah! You dead. Your brother, dead. Your mother, dead. All you guys, dead. I'm from Jersey, you're all dead.
Well, I'm brown, so I die in the first book. Immediately. Kill the lovable brown guy. So now
we do appreciate your sacrifice.
Yes.
Because you're dead. Next wonderful question. Yes, all the way in the back.
Steve and Mary, how did you feel when Darth Vader duked it out with Ahsoka?
Ooh, that was such a good fight. Wasn't that a good fight? So much history there, too. It was kind of sad.
I had all of the feels. All of them.
All of the feels.
All of the feels.
It was pretty amazing. You know, it's got to be hard to fight your sensei, your senpai.
Yeah. And we like her, and we don't like him, so.
I love him, and I think he's wonderful. She's a terrible rebel scum, and she deserved to die. Dead. She's dead. You're dead.
Spencer.
Never kill.
So you told me this story, but I don't think anybody else has heard it. Can you tell about when you got brought in for One Punch Man?
Oh. Oh, thank you. I need to remove the mic for this one. Everyone, please bow your heads and pray.
I was called to come in as, again, I'm quite fortunate in many cases where I don't audition. They just call me to come in for the job. And I went in and, it's, bang zoom, we know everybody. And, I walk in, well, because you suck, that's why. Is this thing on? Oh my God, right? They brought me in and they said, okay, well, here's your character. And they brought the picture up and I said, okay, time out. It's like 99% Leo Mon. I said, well, I already know what voice to use, And I said, but what's going on with this? And Mami Okada is one of the execs there, and she was in the room, and she got on the talkback. She said, Paul, many of the characters in this show are derivative. And I go, you think?
Matt, you're gonna shit talk Max. Max is gonna punch your face off.
We do that in private time.
Are you just supposed to say, okay?
Okay.
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 You're just gonna slice your eyes out with these. Yeah, sure it is.
Over here, please.
Hi.
If you could pick any of the characters you voiced to be added to Super Smash Brothers, which one would it be?
I, for one, would love Roy in Super Smash Brothers. I feel like he's never been in a game before, and he really needs to be in one. Yeah. That'd be nice.
Leron from Gurren Lagann. I guess it would be the ultimate slap fight.
Oh my God.
Yami Rialgo. I just smash and destroy everything in sight.
Well, but why is me turn? Because someone has to lose.
I'd be Moomin Rider and just ride right off the edge. Every time. Just miss right off the edge.
I'd have Monteko go in and just have the touch coma do everything.
Really? I mean... Do you need to answer this one, or... It's Saitama, though it's One Punch Man.
It would just literally be just...
Hey, Max, will you beatbox the Tetris theme again? Steve came in late to the thing last night. He didn't hear it.
I tried to avoid that. I missed that part.
Oh, wait. I can't do it with the mic.
That's been in my head since last night.
That'd be even cooler if you did that with your mouth.
I had a friend in high school who would just call out songs for me to beatbox, even if I didn't know them. But then it got so he favored one more than the other, and he was just like, "Circus!" So it'd be so it would stop being Britney Spears, and it would just be all of a sudden, "Circus!" Wow, that was a thing.
I want that as my ringtone so badly. But I would never answer the phone because I'd want to listen to it.
Everything goes to voicemail.
Sir, back there.
For all of you who have been obviously, if there was a point were offered, you couldn't voice any other character besides the one that you voiced, who would it be?
All of them?
Well, the short answer is anyone they pay us for, but if I could, I'd love to voice Spike Spiegel. As Wormmon.
I want to be Hippolyta from Wonder Woman. I just want to be her. I don't know if they would. They wouldn't have to pay me. I would pay them to just be her. So if anybody knows any good cosplayers who can make me that outfit before Halloween, just like text message me on the Twitter and we'll talk, because I want to be Hippolyta.
Is there such a thing as Two Punch Man? Because I just want to be the winner.
That's completely
I hope he's fast.
Mine's utterly non-anime, but it's like, part of our plan to take over the world. I love the brand. I love him. I don't care who knows. It's a forbidden love. I don't care. I can't quit you.
I'd love to be Tuxedo Mask just because Robbie gets to hang out with cute anime girls every time. It's ridiculous. Not fair.
That's not because I'm Tuxedo Mask. It's because I'm mean.
There's an app for that.
I would want to be Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Man, I'd have to practice, but that would be like my dream role, to be Pepe Le Pew.
You got the swab down.
Yeah, I know, just gotta work on the French accent.
I got the stank down. Stud stank.
Hired.
Ray played one of my favorite characters in Persona, the subway announcer. It was a big audition. Like it was down to me and Max as Ryuji in the callbacks and subway announcer. And Max really was going for subway announcer. He tried to bomb his Ryuji audition, but it just didn't work. I did a better subway announcer. Yeah. Tokyo, next stop, Tokyo. It's not good. Oh, what does yours sound like? You just can't do it. Tokyo, next stop. That's my one regret, I'll always have it.
And over here.
Scott McNeil.
Yes.
Does your hat actually come off, or is it a part of your
And we have a winner for the convention, ladies and gentlemen. Bravo!
That was like the first ever question burn.
If you actually lift the hat, you will find there is a small sentient alien being in there with controls. The hat is actually the persona. I dangle underneath it like tentacles.
Oh my God, I saw it.
Nor is the hair attached to the hat. It's all just a onesie. It's a cosplay thing I got in the dealer's room.
I want the dangling McNeil action figure so bad.
Who can commission that? We can get somebody to work on it right now. Okay.
Now with lifelike hat.
What if when he takes off his hat, it's like the Zelda open chest thing, which like
No, it's just another hat.
Over here, sir.
And another take on the first question. Which one of you would win in an eating contest?
Scott will eat anything.
Wait, are we talking quantity or speed? Because no one's a master eater. It's gross.
It's true. It looks like Scott's getting something out of his bag. Is there a...
No, it's a fresh one.
What do I want to do before I die?
Like in 2 minutes?
Through the room, man. You are in the splatter zone.
Gallagher concert.
Yes, here in the middle, please.
If you had to pick an animated show that nobody has ever watched an animated show, what would be the show that you would pick?
What? On a show that's nobody ever watched?
He doesn't push anime.
What would be the first one you would recommend?
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Bebop by miles.
Wabbit season. If you're gonna go old school, you gotta start with the perfect first thing that was ever put on. Beautiful. It's about a rabbit and a duck. And a little guy who wants to kill them both. With a great big hat. That's Scott McNeil dangles from underneath.
You
You probably meant anime, right? Did you say anime? Oh, anything. Fantasia, the movie.
That was my choice.
It's educational too. You get classical music.
Oh my God. Well, then I'll pick Fantasia 2000 to be different from a seed.
I think I would do What's Opera Doc? Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorites. Yeah.
It's about a little man who wants to kill a rabbit with a big hat. That's got McNeil Bangles. You're the puppet.
Oh, you're the dummy.
I think I'd go with the Emoji Movie.
Did you see the interviews with they interviewed some of the reviewers, and at this point it had 0 on the Rotten Tomato meter, and it was just, oh, these guys. It was so funny.
I have not said anything bad about it. I'm in it. As additional voices, so you know. I play the poop emoji, his poop. I play the poop emoji's poop.
You play Patrick Stewart's poop.
Yes. No, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
That's amazing.
I am a couple somewhere. I'm in the back.
That is exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
And lots of us were up for the Patrick Stewart poop part. I did not get cast. So you got it. Oh, okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else who's got the has to play the poop. You know. Sir.
What would, for everyone, what would be your class of like D&D character? Because I know Mary Elizabeth, but I don't know anyone else.
I'd be an elf. But what's your class? Elf is a race. Okay, what do I get to choose from? Class is like warrior, bard, mage, rogue. What's the one that doesn't fight people? Bard. I'd be a bard.
Bards are actually badass fighters. They're really good.
Are they really?
They do it through clever awesomeness. So
Yeah.
Total bard.
If I don't have to use my fists.
No, Big B's hand is what you would use. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, okay.
Big B's hand!
I'm a dwarf barbarian. I'm playing in a campaign now, so I have experience. I'm level 4.
Let's brush that up. Let's brush that up.
I would be a human thief.
I'm not allowed to play D&D anymore. And I will tell you why. It was a character that had just popped up, and I think it was a dwarf thief. And blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, very, my derpy theater school, we're playing D&D, this is really cool. I have a lot of nice die. Random weirdness, the guy that was DMing had some character that was basically, the god of his entire universe. He'd spent years developing. He was level 8, over 9,000. So we have an interaction, I throw dice, and I'm like, I don't know, magic missile, boom, or something, some weird spell that there was absolutely no way on earth could possibly take. Yeah. Nailed him. He's paralyzed. I'm like, what do I do? So I walked up, I slit his throat, and I ran out of the room. Everybody was like, what? I'm like, I can't. I invented facial reconstruction surgery within the game to try to disguise myself. It was like, son, you ain't gonna last 2 minutes in here. I was the most wanted person in that universe.
I like being a white mage because you can really control the battlefield, and if other players are pissing you off, you can not heal them. It's great.
Is that like a cleric in the new one?
A cleric in the new. I haven't played the new edition. I did in high school. Yeah.
Is there an archer? A ranger? I'll be a ranger, and I don't see race. So,
You'll still be the first one to die, though, and we still
Yes. I somehow roll a 0.
Someone kill the Brown Ranger! Oh no!
Mighty Morphin marginalized. Yes.
All right, this is for all of you. So you wake up and you find out that all the characters that you voice in the past are real, and they all want to kill you. Except for one who has to protect you. One of your choice. Who do you choose?
They are real. Aren't they?
Just a measure. They're what?
I see them.
So, wait, one of them does not want to kill you.
No, one of them protects you from the others that are trying to kill you.
That's just what it's like inside my head. Welcome to my world, son.
I would want Puri Puri Prisoner to protect me because he's S-class. Even though he's 13 in S-class, he's the strongest of all the characters I've voiced, for sure. Yeah. And fabulous. He'd protect me and he'd want it.
See, my gut says Spider-Man, but his track record of protecting his loved ones is not. So I'm gonna pass.
Just wear a helmet.
And I'm most scared of Crollo. I'm most frightened of Crollo because I feel like if Crollo wanted to kill me, no one in my pantheon of characters could protect me. But I'm gonna go with my protector. I'm gonna pick Lenka Utsugi from God Killer because he has a laser sword the size of a building, and he's really into protecting his people, and he's got a great track record. That's my pick from God Eater. Yeah.
I would totally go with Grumpy Bear. Don't mess with him.
Say, Frank Dingham, Biddlebutts, when were you, mother? Touch him, I'm gonna go ballistic on your ass.
Just because.
Because I think he's the only one who could handle Yami Rialdo, I would want Kurama to protect me. Yes. That's the only one that could handle Yami.
I think all my characters have died, so that's a terrible question. The only one that I know of that's immortal was actually not even from a normal show. It was from a book on tape called Kashmir the Flying Camel, and I played an entire landscape made out of human feces.
Yeah. This is great.
I think that one would pretty much take everyone down at some point.
Do you have a print of that at your sign table? I love that.
Ooh, I'll take the landscape of human feces.
I don't know, the major, boring.
Not for me.
The major.
Yes. Yes, down here, sir.
I didn't answer for good reason.
I'll do that.
What are you? What?
We know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Come on.
Circus!
Circus! What?
Circus!
Also, I never knew when it ended, so there was that.
The circus would kill us all. It's like Beetlejuice, it just pops out of your head.
Okay, to all of you, which favorite character is the best choice of your
Circus!
Very open it up.
The best choice for...
The best choice of your life.
The best choice of your life.
Circus.
Oh my
when you said that. You didn't know.
In the back of the head, baby.
Yeah. Do I still have to do it?
Mac, I cannot wait to get you in the booth because I don't care what we're working on. In the middle of a session, I just feel like, okay, it's a really intense moment right now, all right? Now, I need you to dig deeper on this one. I really do. And circus!
Would you like an A and a B of that one?
Yeah. Can I get an A, B, and a C of circus?
Actually, I may be able to give you a couple different.
That seemed like an adequate answer to your question.
There you go.
I'll take that.
Greatest thing ever.
Yep.
Hello. First of all, I love you all. And I'm glad that I got a chance to meet all of you. Well, I didn't just meet Mary, sorry.
Hi, what's your name?
Ashley.
Nice to meet you, Ashley.
Yeah, I'm the one that gave Robbie the JoJo like
Oh, there you go. I feel like I know you already.
Possibly a cabin too.
It's a lot of treats.
Yes. My question is, and I'm sorry, Scott, I'm gonna have to make you think a little bit. Other than voice acting, what do you think you would have done if you weren't a voice actor? Do you have like any alternative jobs that you thought of?
The mob. Dead, 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 dead. You are like the rest of you dead.
I have no applicable life skills, so.
I didn't spend my days in small padded rooms screaming.
I was actually going to be a marine biologist. When I grow up, it's going to happen.
It's more of a fantasy, but I would be an archaeologist.
All right.
Remix.
They're gonna have to burn that microphone.
Oh my God.
I wanted to be a marine biologist too. We're bonded in so many really weird ways, dude.
We're totally sisters.
Totally our sisters for another mister.
That's right.
But I just couldn't math. I couldn't. There's a lot of math involved in that stuff. You gotta know things to do that.
Yeah, you can't just bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bluff it out. If you can say the word ichthyologist, you're probably qualified. And I went, it's easier to say it than it is to do it.
Well, I was almost very nearly a finite mathematics major. Yeah, I tested off the charts in decoding the ASVAB, so I would have probably ended up in the military in some box doing like military decoding, which would have been a fate worse than death for a person like me. But yeah, like when I went to school, I was taking all of the classes to be able to do the other one in case theater didn't work out. Thank God it did. And Max has a similar story. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was a pre-med student for 4 years, so I was on my way to becoming a doctor if I didn't fail half my classes. I changed my major 5, 6 times. I was undecided, then nerd. I don't even know what it was. Nerdology. It was neuroscience to biology to kinesiology, and then I was like, nope, I switched back to biology, and then I finally switched to theater.
And I had to make a choice in my life whether to do piano or acting, and I went with acting, but I have 24 years with the piano. I'm 25 years old, by the way. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
I wanted to be an astronaut, actually. I still do. So hopefully Virgin Galactic can get their stuff together so I can go up and see the planet from 0G. That's a huge bucket list for me. No math, though. No math.
Was that everyone?
Are you gonna get to say, bring Steve with you just so he can see a space cowboy from space?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm going. I'm going. I'm gonna be thrown up the whole time, but I'm going.
You better say that.
Sir.
This is a boring question, so you'll
Oh, well, then sit down.
Answers. What's your favorite part of the past 4 days?
Me too.
All right, new rule. Well, new rule is that I can only do it when you guys say it. Okay.
Favorite part, guys? All 4 days.
Meeting you guys. It's always, I know that sounds like such a kiss-ass answer, but it's true. You're the reason why we come. You're the reason why we're here. I mean, the weather is lovely. It's a little sticky. So we're here to see you guys, you know? And we get to meet you and talk to you and geek out about stuff that we love, too. It's really fun.
Yeah, you guys know for me, I mean, this is my 11th year. And if you don't count last year, which I had to skip because I was doing a movie. But this is my con. This is my home con. A lot of times I will do one con a year, and it's you. That didn't come out. So I came down here and I did you. Oh, wait a minute. Anyway, that's actually as close to sincere as I get. That's you guys.
You know, being this is my first year, and I've heard great things about Metrocon, and they're all true, except this guy.
Yeah.
But I've heard fantastic things about you, and here being my first year, you guys absolutely rock it on.
This moment is my favorite moment because I can't remember what happened before it. Circus. I'm gonna call you every night.
Why did I give him my phone number?
Mine was definitely meeting new people, and then this is my 3rd year here, so meeting a lot of you that I met when I had literally 1 anime credit under my belt. And those of you who remember that and then came back to see me, and I just really appreciate that. And then there's this one girl who apparently a year ago, she brought a tuxedo mask pop for me to sign. And I said, "Oh, it's really cool, can I have it?" jokingly. And she goes, "Yeah, if you give me your Mamoru hat." And I was like, "Oh, okay, deal." So on her pop, I wrote, "I owe you 1 Mamoru hat in 2017," and then signed it and dated it, thinking, surely this girl won't remember. Well, guess who was at my signing yesterday morning with a tuxedo mask in tow? So now I've got to mail her a hat. And that was both my favorite and least favorite moment of the week. Thank you to her. She was great.
I'm so glad that this is my 2nd year here. I'm so glad I'm here again. And it was Robbie who was the guy who was like, "You should come to Metrocon," and I'm glad I did because this is like one of the best cons. I mean, you guys are so amazing. So I'm really thankful to be here.
We respect you!
My favorite part was finally getting to meet Steve Blum and Mary. We worked on a ton of things together, and my favorite part was all the times that we did not get to see each other because it never worked out in the schedule. But once, I finally got to say hi to these guys, so that was really wonderful.
We love that too. We live so close to each other, and we never see each other in town. It's the weirdest things. We're all so busy running around and
to the same places, to the same 5 places.
To the same, yeah, I see his
but at
name
different
on the
times.
sign-in sheet, and I meet him by moments.
But
So.
that's like every con. You might live 2 miles away from somebody in LA, and then you get to a con, you're like, "Oh, we gotta go to dinner." And then you miss it at the con, they're like, "Well, guess I'll see you next year." We're neighbors. Why can't we go down the street and have a bite?
So true.
Yeah, people think LA stands for Los Angeles. It's the first 2 letters of lazy.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
guess I'll never see you again.
So, quick question for Ray and Robbie. When you guys were younger, did you play any of the Final Fantasy games? And if so, how did you feel when you got the roles for the latest one?
It's so funny. I know Robbie's answer so well, and he knows my answer so well. I can probably answer it.
Do each other's answers.
Do each other's answers? Robbie might not know mine. You got to do it in each other's voices. Oh yeah, you'll do it in his voice.
Let me access my deep, sexy voice. Oh wait, I just sound like an old lady who's been smoking forever. No, I know the answer to this. Ray has played through every Final Fantasy, and to my knowledge, beaten them. We were talking deeply about Final Fantasy X2, and about how bad I thought it was, and how much he loved it. But he had a connection a really long time, and he had a special journey because when he did the demo, if you recall, they were not sure about the voice that was in the demo. So he called me and we talked and they made him re-audition and he did 6 different versions of Noct. Because in Japan they're just apt to go, oh, he doesn't sound like this, recast. But thankfully our director, who had kind of guided him in that way for Noct for the demo, gave him a second chance, Keith, and he said, no, Ray's the guy, let him re-audition. And then eventually they ended up with the voice that he has now. But because he loves the series so much, he went back and before we finished recording made sure that he played every numbered Final Fantasy and beat it top to bottom. So he is the legit real deal.
Robbie got started as a voice actor because of Final Fantasy X in particular. It was the first voiced game that he had ever heard. It wasn't the first voice, as a lot of fans like to point out whenever you answer it. Yeah. But it was the first one that he, as a kid, at an impressionable young age, said, oh my God, I know I want to do acting, because he was acting all the time as a kid, but he'd never thought, oh, there's this whole new realm of things that I like to play that now I can act, and you can marry the two things that he loved the most. And yeah, and that is your answer, right? Did I miss anything?
You are correct.
Yeah!
CIRCUS!
You better not say circus again because I don't think we can top that.
He's all circused out.
Anime or fictional character that scares you, like if you saw them right in front of you, if you would run from them.
Anime or fictional character that scared you?
Puri prisoner.
My ex-wife. Did I say that? Did I say that out loud? Paul's ex-wife.
The clown from American Horror Stories walking around this morning.
Yeah.
I took a picture with him. That scared the patooties out. Woo, that was awesome.
He got me too.
Terrifying. I took a picture with him and then he took his mask off and I went, I'm so glad I'm not seeing what that's in front of him. That scared me.
The creature from Stranger Things.
Mine's got to be the poltergeist.
Nobody knows what that is.
No, some of them did.
Poltergoose?
Poltergeist. It was a character I did in his show, Breadwinners. It was one of the first characters I ever did. And the Poltergeist was a cross between the Crypt Keeper from Tales of the Crypt, the Crypt Keeper, and also Steve Urkel.
So I thought, you know, Steve Urkel's kind of a nerd, and the Crypt Keeper's kind of like this. So I made him sort of like this, and he became the poltergeist. Honk!
And that's why I would run away. Right, what are you
creature
scared?
in Kong Skull Island? Anybody see that?
Oh, yeah.
That really nasty creature that would come up from and they get huge. Yeah, they're really.
What about that
thing was gross.
What about that big spider dude? That was
That was
like
pretty gross
I
too.
cried on the plane.
Oh, that was intense.
That was really bad. That was bad.
Just trees turn into monsters and stuff.
That was really bad. Next question.
Yes.
Oh, way in the back. Blue shirt.
What was the weirdest role you've ever done, or at least the weirdest voice you've ever done?
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, yeah, for sure.
And Paul's ex-wife.
You did
Paul's ex-wife? Are you kidding? I watched the Poltergeist and her do my ex-wife. That was fun. Is everybody over 18 here, by the way? They are now.
Why do you think she's your ex-wife?
Okay, mine would have to be Punch from Cowboy Bebop. Weirdest one I've ever done.
That was so great.
Oh my God, what was that beyond fun or what?
The landscape made out of human feces.
Hey, in this business, for me anyway, it's all about how weird the voices are. The first anime I ever did, Project Echo, yeah. I played not one, not two, but 3 different women in that show. And that's when I went, you know, one of whom actually was the old broad that smoked her whole life. But and I just went like, this is so weird. I was like, oh, it's anime, that's different. I did a show called Sushi Pack where I played a small blob of crime-fighting wasabi named Wasabi, who didn't speak, so he was great. It was just like, you know, when I went to Venice, I studied classical theater. Yes, of course you did. It's all weird.
There was a character in one show called Mrs. Furful. She was like a 90-year-old butterfly, and it was played by Cree Summer. And in that episode, she dies, and we move her around like Weekend at Bernie's. I was doing her voice, and I've been dying to do my sassy old black lady voice. It's all I wanted to do in a cartoon. So I was doing Miss Furful, and she talks like this. She's got a little squeak. And that's just how Cree did it. I did it one week, and we had everybody rolling on it because I was like making her a dead puppet. I had to come back the next week, and they're like, "Hey, it's confusing because you sound too much like her. So we need to have you redo it as you doing a bad impersonation." And I'm crushed. I was crushed. But for some reason, I don't get the sassy old black lady auditions. So as soon as I do, man, I'm in there. I'm ready. I want a second chance.
I got my start doing audiobooks. I did 150 of them in this 2-year period. It was a wild time, alone. And of course, if you do that many of them must be erotica. And a couple of my eroticas were great. I did one that was an Australian zombie erotica novel that was actually really plot heavy. It was quite intricate. And then the other one was called My Fair Highlander. It took place in...
Someone's heard it.
Scully, you bought it? You listened to My Fair Highlander? It's a trilogy.
We linked the audio sample on the Discord because everyone wanted to hear your sexy Highlander.
The audio sample was there. The climax of the book, set in 1600s England, Scotland. They have to, in order to prove their love to King Henry VIII, who has to call this marriage sacrosanct for whatever reason, they have to have sexual relations in a tub in the throne room of King Henry VIII, and he deems that it's good, and they live happily ever after. That's a weird one. That's great. You over there. Yes.
Out of the shows or games that you've done, what's your favorite meme?
from a show.
A show.
Meme? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite meme, yeah. It's everywhere. On my Twitter feed, anyway.
No one else?
I'm so old, Steve's explaining to me what does this mean? Ah, yes. What's a meme? And what does any of this mean?
Mine's gotta be pancakes. Just so many. It's so weird. I don't get it. But I like it.
I love, I've come up with a new recipe memes. Those are always really good, yeah.
I also like Leo's tomatoes thing. I don't know why that became a thing, but it's a thing. Yeah, from Fire Emblem.
And yours, shut up, Tobin.
Oh yeah, shut up,
Touch.
What?
Sorry.
What show is the meme from where there's the little dog sitting in a chair and everything's on fire behind him?
That's a webcomic.
I love that. I don't know what that is. It has nothing to do with my work, but that just makes me laugh because that's how I feel every day. It's like, everything's fine. Everything, this is normal.
Mine would be Starscream with the moves like Jagger thing.
I still don't know what a meme is.
We've
You
got like
see them on street corners? Yeah.
We've got like 4 minutes left, so we're gonna do a lightning round.
Down here, please. You've had your hand up a long time.
I slept with Megatron. I auditioned for it like everything else. I auditioned for my home studio. It went through several rounds of auditions, and then it was sort of honed in by the people at Hasbro. So I just wanted not to screw it up for the G1 fans. That was my goal. It was terrifying to step into those heels. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
I was going to ask how you guys kind of got over the nerves of going to auditions and stuff like that.
You don't.
You don't.
You stop caring.
You don't really get over it, but you use it. We do this often enough to where it becomes natural to be in front of the microphone. I found myself going in on a gig where there were about 8 of us in the room. I walked in, planted my feet, put on the headphones, I tucked the cord in my belt so it doesn't tap anything and make any noise. I stood there and said, I didn't even think about that. So it does become such a habit. You know?
Yeah, I said stop caring, and I sort of mean that. Because if you care too much about it, if you obsess on it, that's when the nerves are amplified. If you kind of let all that go and just do the best that you possibly can do and walk away from it, the audition is the job. Once you've done that, you can walk away and move on to the next thing. So that's and just practice doing it over and over and over again and just getting over that fear.
I think another good piece of advice that I've heard is turn nerves into excitement.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing like Hitler, Satan, Santa, Slasher, Claus, if you're not having more fun than anything you've ever done in your life doing it, you're maybe not doing it right. You know, we play for a living, and that's what makes it work. I mean, that's what good thing is you know, there's performance, there's character, and all that stuff, but if you're picking up that the performer, or whatever you're watching, performance of any kind, is enjoying themselves, it's captivating to watch, to listen to, because that's, you know, the essence of charisma, whatever channel you're putting it through. So it's like all that stuff, and you, the 8,000 million hours of work, and then when you go into the room, it's the monkey bars, man. Play your ass off.
And know that they want you to do well, too.
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of mean people on the other side of the table. They actually want you to do well. They want to laugh. They want to enjoy it with you.
Because if you don't, then we've got to go back to the casting process, and we don't want to go back to the casting process because it's a very long process, the casting process, and we'd like the casting process to be over so that we can start to play. So always keep that in mind. If they're taking a lot of time on the other side of the booth, they're usually talking about what they want for lunch. Yeah. So you just have to, that's the hardest part, is to stay confident in the silence when you're behind a microphone and nobody's talking to you, and not devolve into, I suck, I'm gonna get fired. It's not. They're talking about, did you see Game of Thrones last night? So don't ever worry about that. Keep that confidence inside of you.
You had your hand up.
Favorite snack? Favorite?
I think that would be Circus Peanuts.